going to make a nice vegetarian soup today. I'm going to use Buttercup squash, not butternut, Buttercup squash, yellow split pea because of the color, little celery, carrot, onion, thyme leaves, little allspice, and I put my bay leaves in this little basket. And to smooth it out, we use one of these speed sticks, whatever you call it, Smart Stick by Cuisinart. So the most difficult part of this is cleaning up this buttercup, dicing it up. That's the hardest part. Let me get started. For your information, you can take the seeds from this, wash them, toast them, and eat them like you would eat pumpkin seeds. I might do it. It takes a little work. This is a really hard skin, so I cut it in half and then in half again so I can lay it down like so and take the skin off like that. So I'm going to get a smaller bladed knife so I don't waste that much, and that's how we got to do this. While I'm cleaning up the squash, let's sweat up the vegetables. And we don't need to give it any color. Just want to sweat them up in olive oil. I would use butter, but this is a vegetarian dish. And there's the thyme. And I'll put the allspice in later. By putting the thyme in with this, you get a little more flavor out of it. The allspice doesn't matter because it's ground up. Let that cook nice and easy, slow, no rush. Then we come over here, and if you see, look, I'm using this serrated edge, very expensive bread knife. Why? Because it's like a saw. This is when I was using the knife. Look how much I left on there. And this. And this, if you can see how little is left on there, it just works better. So it doesn't matter what tool you use as long as it works well. And there's the piece that I've cleaned. Now I have to work on the other 3 more pieces like that. Let's see if you beat me. In here is all the peels. 6 ounces. See if you did better than that. I'd be very happy to hear that. Now I'll add the Buttercup squash. A very hard one. Anyway. Many ways of doing this. You don't have to make it vegan. You can use like chicken stock, you saute in butter, finish it off with heavy cream and a little butter. And it should have a nice color. And now I'm going to add the water, since it's a vegetarian dish. And if not, then you would use chicken stock. If you like beef flavor, you could use beef stock. I wouldn't say it would go good with fish stock. So there we're just putting 2 quarts of water, and I'm throwing in the allspice, which I might adjust later like anything else. And there we go. I don't have to worry about salt and pepper now because it's a soup. It's not like eating a piece of steak where you have to season it on the outside to make it taste good. And there we go. I'll just put a cover over it. And as soon as it comes to boil, I'm just going to let it simmer until everything is soft. How simple is that? Well, I always forget something, so that's why you should leave everything on the counter that you're going to use. They go to bay leaves. And I'll leave the cover off because I don't want it to boil over. As soon as it starts to boil, then I'll simmer it. Because I'm not going to stand here and watch it. I'll go inside, watch a little TV. I'll come back in about 5 minutes and see how it's doing. This has been simmering for half hour. So we want to see how the squash is soft. And we'll let this cook. Check the yellow split pea. Still firm. Well, that's good. We'll go, can't hurt it, another half hour. That's very low. That's on, if you can see the flame, you can't even see the flame. It's on a simmer. When the lid is on, it simmers. See you in a half hour. It's been 1 hour at simmer. So it looks like everything's done. Let's take this out. Split peas look soft. Very nice. We'll take this. I'm just going to shut it off while I do this. Now if it's way too thick, there's no problem. We just add a little more water. But if it's the opposite way, that it's too thin, then you have to let it cook down until it reaches the correct consistency. No sense in wasting your time watching me. I'm just going to run this thing for about 5 minutes. Look how nice and smooth. Nice and thick. All I did was add another half quart of water. A little more salt and a little more allspice. And there you have it. I'll let you know how much this yields in the description under the video. Hope you enjoy it.